Hello, so this is a video regarding Dead by Daylight in its current state. To start, I don't have any Dead by Daylight footage, so the footage in this video was taken from a friend of mine, twitch.tv/Brother Sullivan. He plays Dead by Daylight a lot, so I'm using his background footage. I would have recorded my own footage, but I don't want to go on and potentially get matched into a lobby with a streamer and get DDoSed. So yeah, so that's how we're going to start the video, talking about the DDoS situation, because I know this video isn't about that. It was a podcast or a review about my opinions on Dead by Daylight, because I'm going to do it with a load of different games if I enjoy making it anyway. So we'll see. But anyway, so it's not going to be all about the DDoS, but I do want to mention it at the start. So this video is going to be about my opinions regarding Dead by Daylight at its current state as a casual player. So not at a pro level, not at like a streamer's level, just as a casual player. I only have 600 hours in Dead by Daylight. I don't play it as much as so many other players do, but I thought this was a good time to make like a review / podcast, whatever this is, about Dead by Daylight at its current state in 2023 as of March. But like I said, I know all of the people here are going to be wanting opinions on the DDoS attacks. So firstly, let's just address Behaviour's tweet about the fact that it's all being caused by a crash. For one thing, they're calling they're calling their fog whisperers liars, because all of the fog, not all of the fog whisperers, but a lot of the fog whisperers have been targeted by this DDoS attack. And so the tweet is calling them liars. I should have the tweet up on the screen so you can read it for yourself if you want to pause real quick. And these are the people that Behaviour chose and selected to represent their game, which, I mean, it just sounds like they're covering their asses to me. But let's entertain the fact that it's a crash issue with the game. How does a game crash and completely drop people's internet connection to a point that they have to reset their IP addresses and contact their internet provider to change their IP addresses? Like, I've seen so many, it's not just big streamers, I've seen so many small streamers that have been targeted not once but twice, and they're switching to Epic and they're using VPNs and it's still not working. So in my opinion, that means that if that's happening, that means that Dead by Daylight has a way to bypass VPNs in their software, which, I mean, it might be the anti-cheat doing it or something. I don't know on the technical level, so I can't go there, but it's a bit sus. Like, my PC has crashed before, but it's not something I've got to do. Like, I don't have to change my IP address when I crash. I don't have to use a VPN when I crash, you know? Basically, if it looks like a DDoS attack, it's probably a DDoS attack, so cut your shit, Behaviour. Like, God. Now, they might not be responsible, to be honest. It could be something else causing it. We don't know 100% yet, so we have to wait for the devs to say something more on the matter, or for the matter to resolve. But even if the matter resolves, if this is an issue now, it's going to come back if the devs don't do something about it. But it's a bit sus that it's only happening to Dead by Daylight streamers. And my advice, with all the security risks that Behaviour actually has with their game, opening this video, I do not recommend playing Dead by Daylight. With all the cheating issues and everything that's happened in the past year, Nabi, it ain't worth the risk. I feel bad for all the people who are worried about making content for this game and all the people who careers ride around this game, but is your internet security worth? Because if people get access to your IP address, they can do a lot with it, a lot more than DDoS you. Anyone with any technical skills. So, but still, like, yeah. So, just to start off, I am currently not playing the game. I have it uninstalled. I am not playing the game. I'm making this video because I was going to make this video anyway. So, yeah. But that it's up to you if you want. Like, yeah, it's up to you. And I hope all the content creators do find some, do get it addressed, because not being able to play the game that you make content on is very hard. But anyway, that's it for the DDoS section. That's all I've got to say. Take my opinion, don't take my opinion, whatever. Anyway, we're going into the actual core of the video. So the gameplay of Dead by Daylight. So the gameplay from the beginning is fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. However, once you get a bit of MMR and start earning some perks and stuff, all it is the same thing over and over on repeat for an eternity, which is fine. It's a PvP title, and with that comes a state of repetition. I'm not saying that there's an issue everyone will have. Some people love that about the game. More PvP players tend to enjoy the repetition, keep it simple. However, I just get annoyed, and that's my own personal opinion. Like, we need some new game modes, that's all I'm saying, yeah. Just, some new game modes that's not just fixed generators and... I'm sorry, and kill people. Anyway, when you get to a higher level of the game and start running to open quote, close quote, high MMR killers, it all boils down nowadays to camping a 3-gen or tunneling a player out, or camping a player on hook. Now, if you don't know what tunneling is, it's essentially targeting someone out of the game, which I'm not one of those cringe-ass players that's going to sit here crying about tunneling and say that's the issue with the game. There's a lot more issues in tunneling. Tunneling isn't an issue. But, like, it's just a way to win, so... like, tunneling is just a way to win the game, and if the killer's only focused on winning the game, then yes, it will work. It will work to win the game. But that one player that you've just tunneled out the match doesn't get to play the game. It sucks. Like, I get going for the win, and it's not the fault of the player, but it's still the fact that this is a tactic in the game to essentially make someone not be able to play the game is one of my personal gripes with the gameplay. And then we get on to the 3-gen tactic. Oh, I've got a cough brewing again. Alright, it's gone. It's camping a 3-gen being a front strat is an issue, with the gens being so close together that the controlling types of killers can abuse it. However, as a party game, this can be really fun. Like, the 3-gens, it's a problem because all the gens are so close together, and I don't know what they could do about it, but it's become a recent problem with the Knight and the Skull Merchant in particular, those two killers, to the point that people just DC when they see them, and that's an issue. If people are just DCing from the game because they saw a certain killer, then the killer should probably be changed. But again, like, that's just the overall gameplay of the game that I'm seeing right now. It's just camping 3-gens, tunneling some guy out of the hook, or, like, as some people call it, memeing around. But I don't think actually really playing the game is memeing around. Like, just not tunneling someone out of the game isn't memeing around, it's just playing the game. Like, but anyway, this was supposed to be quick, so let's not get too much into it. The community section. Now, any review of a multiplayer PvP game, it's going to open up with, oh my god, the community is terrible, blah 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 blah, because every community is terrible on a PvP game. It all boils down to people being salty about losing. However, I'm not going to open with that. I'm going to open saying the community has some great people, emphasis on some. I'm not going to name names or anything like that. I don't want to plug people and name a bunch of names of great streamers, because everyone does that. But there are some sparks that keep the community afloat, and some very dedicated fans that adore this game. But when there's also truly toxic people, like, and I mean truly toxic, not just raging at the game. I've seen view shaming on Twitch, I've seen racism, I've seen sexism, and various other forms of toxicity, as well as it all resolving over, all of this resolves over losing in a video game, which is sickening. All games are competitive and have forms of trash talk, but to take it to that level, like, just to go to that level, in my opinion, is just bad. But that's why we can block people and stuff, so it's not a massive issue. If you see someone like that, just block them. Don't interact with them. Just let them be, you know. Don't bring yourself down to their level. Cough. God damn it. I shouldn't have recorded this right now. But yeah, Dead by Daylight just seems to attract people that think along those lines, like just the toxic players. So that is a gripe I have with the game. But I just want to make myself clear, if you look, there are good people trying to make this game a better place, and I think that's great. We need more players dedicated to make games a safer environment for everyone that's involved. So I do like that about this game. I do like how there are some people that just want to make the game flourish and thrive. So it's really good. Overall conclusion. In my opinion, this game is fun with friends. However, with all the security risks regarding this game and the devs saying it's fine and that streaming community says different, as a casual player it's really hard to know what you say, because the devs are saying one thing but the streamers are saying the other, but the devs pick the streamers that we should be listening to, so it's just really hard to decide what you need to do right now. But a DDoS threat is a real thing. Not everyone has the luxury of popping a VPN in its current state. I wouldn't play the game. I want people to make a stand and promote behaviour to get better security, because even without the DDoS situation, there are constantly waves of cheaters behind this game, and it's only a matter of time before they get past your weak-ass security system and attack people again. The game is good, but the devs know that they have no competition in the asymmetrical horror genre, and it shows. So, yeah, I want people to put the game down for a bit. Don't forget about the game. It's a good game. It definitely deserves the love and attention. But I think until they fix the security issues with the game, then put it down. Don't completely give up on it, but give it a solid give it a solid go. But yeah, just let it die. If it's going to die, let it die. If the devs can't fix it, then hopefully we get another asymmetrical horror game to play. But if the devs can't fix it, this will be an amazing game. I give it a solid 69 out of funny number. My rating is a solid 69 out of funny number. I know, it's an amazing rating. Thanks for watching. If this gets over 20 views, I might make a continuation. It'll be a different game. I want to do this series on different games. Starting with Dead by Daylight, because it's a one I've played a lot of and it's a one I've got a lot of knowledge on, so starting with that. My overall conclusion is I would play this game, but in its current state, just let the devs fix it. Devs, bring it down, fix the servers, you know, get your security upgraded. I don't know, maybe easy anti-cheat isn't the way when you've got hundreds of thousands of players daily. That's just my opinion. Anyway, peace.